Hello. So I'm here again to talk about the law of attraction, I guess, because I don't know what it is. I guess maybe someone out there really wants this information or something, or maybe it's a group of people. I don't know. That's what the energy feels like. Someone is just like, Kelly, keep talking about the law of attraction. I need to know. And so I guess here I am because I mean, this stuff is interesting to me too. And I do want to keep myself in the practice of it. So it's a good thing for me to talk about it and talk about how this works. Anyway, something happened that I want to talk about because I think that this is a very easy way to understand how the universe works. So sometimes some of the manifestations that happen, you don't plan them, you don't think about them, you're not aware of them, you're not even aware that you're making something happen until they get there. And then you are aware that it happened. So clearly you something was going on with your emotional state or something was active in you and then it came. And I had something like that happen just yesterday, actually. So on this channel, I think it was my previous video on this channel was, do you have black cat energy? And I was just pondering about a concept. I'm not going to get into the black cat energy in this video. You can just watch that if you want to know what the hell that is. But I was just pondering about that concept and I was talking about black cats. I spent quite a long time talking about black cats, didn't I? And then, like, this is exactly how the universe works. You get something active in you, you give it attention, and it starts coming to you. Like the attraction process starts immediately, like instantly. So there I was talking about black cats. And the next day or so, I was seeing lots of pictures online of black cats. What's the next thing that happened? In my, physical real world, I saw a book with a cover that had a black cat on it. Never seen that book ever in my life. Just a black cat and nothing else on the cover. And what's the next thing that happens? I go outside just for my everyday walk. That was yesterday. And I'm just walking, and suddenly I look behind me. I don't even know why I did that, because nothing happened that would have made me do that, but I did that. So I look behind me, and what do I see? A black cat. This time, a real life black cat. Just literally by my feet. Like it was just right there by my feet. And is really trying to interact with me. And so then I just crouched down and we had a very nice interaction. Like that cat was acting like I was the best thing it had seen since mice, basically. And like if you don't know about this stuff, you don't know that you have been doing something and then you're getting something, then you just think, oh, that's nice. That's a nice moment. But what was I doing before this happened? I was talking about black cats. I was talking about black cat energy and black cats in real life, and so I got that active in me. What's the next thing that happens? I start seeing black cats everywhere in pictures. What's the next thing that happens? It shows up in my real life experience on that book cover. what's the next thing that happens? Full-blown manifestation of a black cat. And that's exactly how the universe works. Why is that? Because this is an attention-based universe. It's just responding to what you've got active in you. So I'm sure there's things that you are talking about and thinking about in your everyday life, and you probably see that stuff all around you. But I might not, if I'm not talking about the same things that you are. So it's not because that stuff is just around. If you are seeing a lot of it in your experience, it's probably because it's active in you. You are either thinking about it or talking about it, or somebody else is talking about it to you. You're listening to that. Something like that must be going on. I wouldn't be surprised if now that you've watched this video, and I'm talking about black cats a lot, what's the next thing you're gonna see? Probably a fucking black cat. Might be in a picture or on TV, or could be anywhere, but it'll be unmistakable, basically. You won't miss it. Can't miss it. And then you will remember this video. Kelly was talking about black cats. Now there are black cats everywhere in my existence. Am I sending you black cats? No, I am just getting you to think about black cats by talking about it. And now it's active in you, and you see how this works, right? So it's an attention-based universe. Whatever you give your attention to is instantly going to start making its way to you, whether it's wanted or not wanted. I was not trying to manifest black cats at all. And because I don't really care if I see a black cat or not, I'm not very resistant to that happening either. So it's easy for me to now see black cats everywhere because I don't really care if I see them or not. But I'm talking about them, so logically now, again, if this law of attraction crap is real, they should start showing up in some kind of way. And it wasn't even a long time until I had a full-blown manifestation of a black cat in real life interacting with me. And everything works that way. You know, from places, people, things, whatever. This universe, sometimes it really bothers me too that we can't just look at whatever and not immediately start the attraction process. But the way this universe is set up is anything you give your attention to is gonna start coming to you. Doesn't matter if you want it or not. Because the universe, you know, it doesn't speak English. It doesn't speak Estonian, which is my native language. It doesn't speak any language at all. It is just responding to you. And it's not asking you, do you like this? Here's more of that. It's asking, what are you giving your attention to? You're giving your attention to this? Here's more of that. You give it more attention? Here's more of that. Like, that's how it works. And you don't have to take my word for it. Like, test it out for yourself. That's how I started. When I first heard about this crap, and I too was like, this is some bullshit, probably. But I am a curious person, so I was like, you know, it doesn't really hurt me to try this out for myself. So I started with very, very simple things. I would just be like, okay, I don't know, blue butterflies or something. Spend some time thinking about blue butterflies, maybe talking to yourself about blue butterflies, and see if a blue butterfly shows up at some point in some way. And when you do small things like that, eventually you will prove to yourself that, yeah, I guess the universe is just responding to me. Because it's active in me. So we can't, because this is all attention-based, we can't look at something and shout no at it and make it go away, because it doesn't work that way. I wish it did. How much of the time do we spend of our lives shouting no at things and wishing that we would finally get rid of them? But we can't because the universe is like, well, you're giving it attention, so here's more of that. I like the YouTube algorithm because it's a very good kind of small simulation of how the universe works. So basically, if you're watching this video right now, all right, I can like almost guarantee that you watch this video, what is the next thing that the YouTube algorithm is going to do? It's going to start bombarding you with videos that I have made, whether you want to see them or you don't. And the more you give me attention, the more I'm going to keep showing up in your experience. And you might be like, fuck. I'm so sick and tired of seeing this stupid Kelly Capers face. There she is again. So soon you're gonna be like, why is this Kelly Kipper following me? It's like, I'm not following you. You're giving me attention. So the laws of the universe state, you give this thing attention, it's as good as saying, yes, come to me, please. You give me attention, you are saying, yes, come to me, please. So I come. Here I am. Again. In your experience. And of course you can just say, well, that's just that's how YouTube algorithm works. Like it looks at what you are watching, basically, and then it gives you more of that. But that's exactly how the universe is, and in my experience at least. I can only talk about my experience, and these are the things that I've discovered with time. That you give something attention, it's gonna start coming to you. Like, it's gonna start making its way to you in small ways at first, until finally, if nothing changes and you keep on giving this attention, it's gonna make its way to you. You're gonna have some kind of manifestation with it, about it, of it. So if you want to see my face, keep on watching me, keep on paying attention to me, and I will keep on showing up in all of these different ways. And it's not because I'm following you around, it's because you're giving me attention. You've got me active somewhere in you, somewhere in your vibration. I am active. And therefore, the universe says she must show up. So if you want to stop seeing me and stop seeing my videos, what you need to do is pay attention to something else. And I promise eventually I will go away. But you can't, shout no at my videos and be like, wish I could stop seeing the stupid crap and have that go away. Sometimes it's so funny. Like you might be on like Facebook and people are just like, why am I being bombarded with posts about this, person I don't give a shit about? Then they comment under the post. And, the Facebook algorithm too says, well, you're giving this attention, so now you commented under it too. So here's more of that. So, yeah, it sucks, kind of, that it works that way. Wish you could just look at whatever the fuck and not immediately start the attraction process, but it doesn't work that way, in my experience at least. So if you wanna stop seeing my face, start interacting with something else, and eventually I will go away, I promise. And everything else is the same way. I was just thinking about this today because of that black cat manifestation. I wasn't even trying to make that happen. That just happened because I had that active in me. And I could put two and two together. Okay, that's what I was doing. That's what I was talking about. And now here it is, basically. So once you know these things, like, you can't unknow them. Like, you will always know this stuff now. You will never again be clueless about why these things keep on showing up in your experience. Why do you keep seeing these things? So I guess that's one thing with all this. Like, you can't go back. And, well, I guess if you keep on seeing black cats now, then I'm not manifesting these black cats into your existence. Just listening to me talk about it got that active in you. So now you're probably gonna see some black cats. So I don't know. I guess get ready for some black cats. I hope you like black cats, because again, the universe is not asking you, do you like this thing? It's only asking you, are you paying attention to this thing? If you're paying attention to this thing, it's asking, what are you paying attention to? Black cats? Here's more of black cats. That's how it is. So I don't know what else to say. I had that manifestation, wanting to talk about it. I guess somebody out there wants to hear about it, because otherwise, I don't know why I would be like initiated to talk about this otherwise. But it is fun for me, so okay, I will talk about it. Anyway, I hope this helps. And look, I'm up during the day, actually. Isn't that a miracle? Kind of is. Anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'm just gonna go on with my day now. I'm probably gonna go and see more black cats, I guess. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.